Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sharifah Nur Adilah from the class 1 Pintar and a very proud member of the house. Hi Topes! Right, today I would like to give a speech about the hostel lifestyle. What is Sekolah Sri Puteri? It is an all-girls boarding school located in Cyberjaya. It is one of the top 2 best boarding schools in Malaysia and has still been an Apple Distinguished School since 2018. Secondly, I'd like to talk about the orientation weeks in 2023 for this year's new Form 1 students. We were very excited on our first day because it is one of the best boarding schools. As our very first day in this boarding school begins to process, we get to meet the PRS. Their jobs are to get the new Form 1 students. We wrote down everything they say to survive the school as new students, and this school even has its own language. The orientation weeks also have their timetables in a small pink paper book named Minggu Silaturahim. And for the clothing, we wear black hijabs, white shirts, black trousers, and sports shoes. And in my opinion, we look like Oreos. We were also fasting, and in the evening, they told us when to open our fast. The orientation weeks also held programs like assemblies, meetings, meeting teachers, and even game programs. We were also very tired, and we have to walk a long way to the hall for the musalla and suffer the scorching heat from a heat wave. Some of us sleep during assemblies because we are fasting and feel really bored. But the benefit of long walks is we get to lose weight. The only thing we always care about is our name tags. They say that the name tags are our lives and we cannot lose them. Next, I'd like to talk about the days after the orientation weeks. We are still fasting, and the PRS also told us not to cross over the court while walking to the hall. But from now on, we can only cross over the court if we wear sports shoes. We can also use the shelter path in case the weather's too hot or it's raining. It seems to us that the school is finally open for us after our orientation weeks. We went into our own classes and got to know each other. We had formal assemblies, preparation classes, and many more. But our marks, merits, and demerits do not count yet that April because we were still new to the school. We also finally get to wear our official school uniforms, house shirts, and gray sports shirts. And so we were finally at the officially normal days. There are also some changes going on at that time. We had co-curricular activities, recess time, and many more. And finally, our marks, merits, and demerits have counted since May. There's the cooperation mart where you can buy the school's things like snacks, drinks, toiletries, and more. And there's also the cafe where you can buy special foods and drinks like waffles, nasi lemak, delight for drinks, chicken chops, pao, and more. But we Form 1 students are never allowed to eat at the cafe. Also, there's also one thing new. Our iPads! I still remember at the orientation weeks, Cikgu Adlina, our computer science teacher, told us all about our iPads, their lockers, their locations, when, where, and what we use them for, etc. The fifth thing I'm talking about is the places in this school. Firstly, our hostel has dorms with about 11 beds for 9 juniors and 2 seniors. But every dorm is different. Each house and floor have their own washrooms, and they aren't that clean though. So indeed, it is our duty to take care of the toilets' cleanliness. Secondly, our school has all blocks for all forms 1 to 5. Forms 1 to 3 are the lower forms. The blocks for Forms 1 and 2 are face-to-face and close together. Meanwhile, Form 3's is apart from them both, but near them both. It has 3 floors, and each floor holds 2 classes in each block. The ground floor, the first floor, and the top floor. My class 1 Pintar is on the top floor. Meanwhile, Forms 4 and 5 are the upper forms. Their blocks are far away from ours and near the musalla. This school has 6 class names: Pintar, Usaha, Tekun, Elite, Restu, and Intellect. There's also a lecture hall near the upper forms area. It's like a cinema and it feels really cold and cozy there. We Form 1 students used to have English classes there. The third place I'm talking about is the Prime Puteri Hall. It has dozens of chairs, including a stage, flagpoles, pink windows, and soft teal-colored walls. We go there for assemblies, meetings, and events. Fourthly, I'm talking about the school's washrooms. In the Form 1 block, the washroom has 2 toilets, a slipper rack outside, and 2 sinks. And in my opinion, it also does not look that clean. And again, it is our duty to take care of the toilet's cleanliness. If you want a dry toilet, others want it too. And anyway, the 5th place I'm talking about is the musalla. It is a place where we pray, take wudu, and sometimes have assemblies. But there once was an eye infection going on there, and we had to pray in our own dorms, and it stopped. And there are still many more places in here you will meet. The last thing I'm going to talk about is the people in this school. Firstly, our principal. Her name is Puan Haja Norida binti Haji Ramlan. She was also my grandmother's fan. That's a fact, of course. Secondly, the teachers. Most of them are female because this school is made for girls, and some of them are male too. Thirdly, the prefects. Their uniforms are all like the other secondary schools, and after formal assemblies, they looked after us and our tidiness before we exit the hall. Fourthly, us students. Our uniforms are also like the other secondary school and we always have to follow the rules of this school without breaking any. Fifthly, our college sisters. They must be the same house as their new Form 1 student, and they should be Form 4 or Form 5. Sixthly, our dorm sisters, also known as DS. And the same, again, they also must be the same house as their junior sisters, but they should be in Form 2. There's also things like librarians, seniors, and more. There's also more stuff like batch names like Astrantia, Amaryllis, Alpha, etc. And house names, Ruby, Topaz, Sapphire, Ruby, Topaz, Emerald, and Sapphire. And many, many more. And classmates and many, many more. And that's all about boarding lifestyle in Sekolah Puteri in Cyberjaya. So far, I'm enjoying my lifestyle in this school, and it's far better than my expectations. I would like to end this speech with a quote that I quite adore. Education is the key to unlock the world and the passport to freedom. Oprah Winfrey. And with that, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.